Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent.
That's what we represent.
It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show.
We do it for our people.
The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show.
Smith 9 Mills.
The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
It is the Self Love Show in the building. Karen, can you? Karen? Thank you, Karen. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the host, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of any affiliates or TATN. And much of the material you hear is for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, and also satirical purposes. We indulge in satire. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network, or TATN. Yeah? TATN. Yeah? Yeah? You like that? You like that? All right, y'all. We in the building. This is a safe space where we dive extremely deeply into the intersections of mind, body, spirit, and culture. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. First off, all praise to the ancestors, the Most High, and my late and beloved Mama Sky. Miss you every moment. Today, we're cracking open 3 stories that all ask a singular question. What's really beaten beneath the surface? First up, GD. That's what he calls himself, GD. Okay. G-Dragon. Culture vulture from Korea. He's a fashion icon. He's a rebel. An enigma. After the latest controversy, fans are wondering, who the hell is G-Dragon? Our fans are wondering that. But what's actually in G-Dragon's heart? What's in his heart? All right. You know, he's brown. He's brown. You know, we all should have the same politics and, you know. Is it artistic chaos, cultural blind spots, or a man wrestling with the weight of his own legend? Now, we're not here to counsel him. And we for damn sure are not here to crown him. We're here to read the emotional blueprint behind the headlines. Then we head to Chirac. Or is it Chirac? Where a school with 0 teachers, no teachers, is rewriting the rules of education. An AI-only faculty running a full campus sounds like the future. Or is it a test lab? Depending on who you ask, it's either the most innovative leap in public schooling or the moment we handed our children over to the algorithm. We're digging into what this experiment means for learning, for equity, and for the human touch that classrooms were built on. And finally, Artemis 2. We've been here, but we've got more data. Okay. Artemis 2, Deep State Fake, Part 2. The conspiracy that refuses to die. Oh, the internet is interneting, and the people are peopling. From AI-generated leaks to chopped up astronaut clips, the internet is convinced NASA need another space agency. NASA sounds like Nazi. NASA's biggest mission is a Hollywood production. Tonight, we're not chasing the noise. We're dissecting why people believe it, who benefits from the doubt, and how the truth gets lost in a world where illusion is easier to manufacture than ever. Buckle up. This episode goes straight into the heart of the storm. So whip out your self-love vision out. Yeah. Pop on your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lecture. We're live and live in color, and today is Thursday, May 7 at about 7:18 in Cheyenne. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this spectacular, limitless universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together. Bear down, bear down, bear down. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, bro?
It's the Self
Love, now you know me. I'm manifesting love.
Self Love Show.
You manifest.
Same good, brother. Pure, magnificent, unfiltered, unfettered. Some who know me may say it's harsh, others say it's tough, but I can assure you it's self-love just the same, good brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's been going on? What's been happening in your neck of the America since we last popped out, bro?
I've been grinding. Working towards a release for Eddie Sevo and Ancestor Echoes in the background. Pushing it, pumping it, getting it ready to go.
All right. We smelling a live performance at Ancestral Echoes this year?
This could be something,
Yeah. All right. Big ups to that. What's the weather been like? 50s?
Yeah, it's 70s, 80s, and then back down to 30s and 40s.
Damn.
Yeah, same day.
And then them people's playing with that harp, huh?
Yeah, they playing the orchestra on this mug.
Mm-hmm. Controlling that weather out there from in the stratosphere. All right, what to expect on today's The Self Love Show? We got the Self Love Show quote of the day, and then we'll run a short more growth and development. That's our platform video. It's about 40 seconds. And then we jump to topic, which is Artemis 2, Deep State Fake Part 2. We've got more data. Okay, the internet's been interneting. What's in GD's heart? That's G Dragon for anybody that doesn't know what GD stands for. It's a culture vulture, in my opinion, but we'll let you make your own choice. After you get the data, he's from South Korea, K-pop artist, extremely famous, allegedly. And AI only faculty at Chicago School. So it's AI only, no human teachers. You can get a job there and work there as a human. All you need is an undergrad degree, but no kind of teaching certification or no teacher major whatsoever. And actually, they say they prefer that you don't have any of that because you're not going to be doing any of the teaching. It's all going to be done by artificial intelligence. And this sounds like a program. I don't know, because your mom is a teacher. But I know you went to those special fancy alternative education schools, Brother Wordsmith. I don't know if your mom would have signed off on that, being that, you know what I mean, she's a teacher, educator, and administrator herself.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Right?
I'm going to ask her about it.
Yeah.
Definitely going to ask her about it. And I doubted if she's even heard of it.
Yeah.
As I hadn't heard of it, believe it or not.
Yeah, next time you talk to her, ask her and give us a follow-up and let us know what she said right here on the Self Love Show.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then, of course, y'all smash that like button and share the like minds. Let's get this out to some educators. I'd love to hear their opinions on this as well. I reached out to B. Creamer and I reached out to Pender.
Pender's on the chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see if I want to get their take on this. Any announcements there, fella?
Midwest Festivals presents Dun, ancestral echoes, echoes, echoes. Glamping extravaganza, house music, hours and hours of kicking it. Great time with great people, and great music, and great food. It's just a vainglorious event. Juneteenth through Father's Day this year. Outstanding event. Also, we got Eddie Sevo is releasing an EP. White Boy Wasted.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's gonna be a hit. I can hear it already.
Yeah. We shooting a video for that song Saturday.
They like the face plant. Oh, they love the face plant. I mean, we get pretty effed up, you know what I mean, as a copper community, but they love to just drop there like a board and face plant right on their face. Yeah.
No, there may or may not be some makeup or mask involved in the filming of the video.
We talking some white face?
Oh.
Are gonna have some white face? That'll be hilarious.
We're gonna see how it turns out. Yeah.
Hey, Yoda Pat Pender, he said God over AI all day, every day.
Oh,
I
definitely.
second that, Nope. And he picked up on our harp reference.
Yeah.
While Kill L said, what it do, my guys?
For sure.
And Pat said, peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. All right, let's go. So y'all know what today is on Artemis 2, Deep State Fake, what's in G Dragon's heart, and AI faculty at Chicago schools. We were going to start with G Dragon, but since Pender's already here, we'll start with the AI schools. But before we get there, any announcements? Oh, you already did yours. You guys, stop the violence. All right, it's going to be killing weather soon. Stop the violence, and I would challenge you to reach out to one of the YNs and see if you can't mentor one of the YNs. Careful now. Don't get yourself out there in a bad situation. You got to get to the YNs before they become YNs. All right. Ideally, you can turn a few. You can turn. But stop the violence and get your checkups. I went and got mine done. They want a stool sample. So, yeah. I'm like, what am I, a kitty cat? You know, it was either that stuff or they were going to probe my bum. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, they love to probe your bum. And the doctor was sweet. You know what I mean? I got a sweet doctor.
Oh, no.
Suggesting I get my bum probed.
Yeah, no.
It's like, I'll do. Yeah, but he's like, the stool sample, I'm not. He's like, it's your decision. You know, he kept pressing me. Yeah, I'm stool sample. He's like, but the stool sample's only 80% effective. Stool sample. He kept pressing it. And like, yeah, the more he pressed, the more I was like, stool sample. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to press something up the bum.
Yeah, I had up my bum. And if you need that done, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I figure, man, if they get any red alerts on the stool sample, and if it's an emergency, then I can get it pressed up my bum by somebody else. It's not going to be him. You know what I mean? Ideally, it's going to be a female. All righty. That being said, I probably digressed too far. Yeah, if there's any educators out there in the chat, I know Brother Pender is in there. Let us know. Please send this link out to any other educators. We're going to jump to that topic after Brother Wordsmith does his thing. Brother Wordsmith, enough of my yapping out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some background noise out there.
I don't hear it.
Oh, great. As always, we have a very important video, the Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. But as always, before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. You're not supposed to be so blind with patriotism, that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who says it. You're not supposed to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who says it. Brother Malcolm X.
Did you hear that, Coach? Did you? Oh, but not just him though. Not just the MAGA supporters, right, Self?
Yeah. It's not just them. It's a lot of them people following them Democrats too.
Check the volume, Karen. We're not getting any volume.
Oh shit. Karen, what are you doing out there? This happens every time you don't start the show playing the right thing. All right, Karen?
She's
Get
too
it
focused on calling the police on the
together.
YNs.
And you need to get it together because this is unacceptable. Okay? And it's ridiculous. We do this show every week.
She's calling the YNs and she's smart. She's probably educated by AI.
You should have hit the right button. God damn it. Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. Number 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
We're closing the gap. We're closing the gap.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
Big facts and big ups. Ancestral Echoes and Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes. That link has just been dropped in the chat by Karen. Glamping, annual glamping, 4th annual glamping house music festival extravaganza. Okay. Top of the line DJs, top of the line equipment. So the music's going to pop. You're going to be out there, the beautiful stage and lighting, and the trees are all lit up. Of course, you know, there's limited light pollution. You can look up into the sky and see all the ancestors. We were stars, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Pull up.
Also, I forgot. We are having a fundraiser for Ancestor Echoes on Saturday the 23rd. Silent party extravaganza. We're gonna have 3 different types of music going at one time. You know, you come out, get your headphones, and it's a wonderful time. We did it last year, and it was amazing turnout. And I mean, 3 Ancestral Echo DJs. I mean, whoa, what more can you ask
Oh,
for?
yeah.
3 different types of music at the same time. You could switch the thing on the headphone,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Go vibe to a different one.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
It's a silent glow party.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Nice.
outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah, so you're gonna have the time of your life. You're gonna be glamping. You can get you a trailer drop shipped out there for you. You can get your own. You can bring your own. They have tents available, but limited space, limited tents for a small fee. You know what I'm saying? For a very small fee. Be there. You got to be there to experience it. It's like going to an ayahuasca fest, if you will, you know. But you're reconnecting with those. For if it were not for them, none of us would be here, and we will soon be where they are, if that makes sense. Honor your ancestors. Big ups Tay Mills Aesthetics, licensed, bonded, fully insured, multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. If you find yourself in the Los Angeles area and you're looking for the best esthetician in the whole wide world, reach out to Tay Mills at www.taymilzaesthetics.com. That has just been dropped in the chat. And tell her the Self Luv Show sent you. The Self Luv Show sent you. And then big ups to Bella B. Bella B, if you need some swag on a shirt, she didn't do this one, but you know, she'll do our next ones that I'm very close to ordering. Reach out to Bella B at designs365@gmail.com. She could design it for you or fashion your design onto your shirt or whatever apparel you want to do. And then last but not least, Jim, that's JIM Recovery. The J, the I, the M, the J, the I, the M, the J, the I Recovery. Maybe, one of the young ones, your mentee, needs a toe. Got a flat, don't know how to change a flat. You don't want to come out there and, risk life and limb on the side of the E-way. You reach out to Jim Recovery, he'll pull up. He'll pull up in a brand new flatbed truck, top of the line technology, over 4 decades of family business of experience, right? He'll have you up and out of there in a jiffy. JIM Recovery. All right, enough of that. Back to you there, fella. And if you have any details for the fundraiser, any links, let me know. Or
It should be on the site.
it's on the site. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Let me clear the chat. Yep. Let's go. Wakil. Yep. Pat said hilarious. He said yes. Wakil said you guys look like you got some cool refreshment libations. You dig?
Oh.
Now, this is apple juice for the record.
Yes. This is fruit punch.
For the record. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to talk off the record. Yeah. Wakil said that's all about equity. And oh yeah, that looks like a good punch there.
A nice fruit punch.
Yeah, that looks like a delicious punch. Yeah, all right. You're gonna do your quota a day and get a spinner.
Uh-oh. We didn't do that. Yeah.
Oh, you did the quote of the day.
Yeah.
We did all this already.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who am I here? If you missed last week's show, ranking the top 9 natural wonders of the world, part 2. Ranking the top 9 natural wonders of the world, part 2. Not getting a lot of traction on that, but it's some of our best work, in my humble opinion.
I mean, when we do really well, they try to hide that.
Mm-hmm. Suppress it. Yeah. You suppress it. All right. So enough of the appetizers out there, fella.
Let's quench Self Love Nation's thirst.
All right. So let's see. If any other educators want to pull up, you're welcome to pull up for this segment. Or you could just type in any concerns or questions you got. We're going to cover this education segment first. I already got a quote from Bernard Creamer. He's a little bit under the weather out there, y'all. So send a shout out to the brother.
Good energy. Good energy.
Yeah, healing vibes into consciousness for him. Great brother, huh?
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah.
Wonderful
All right.
books, writer, great t-shirts and arts and culture.
He's definitely copper first.
Yeah. Well, he's going to say African first.
Yeah. Is your mic on? I don't know why. It feels like I'm having trouble hearing you. I can hear you, though.
I think I know why, because I was a little fired up on my last meeting, and I had to turn it down because I was spiking.
Gotcha.
So should be a little better now.
Yeah, it's a lot better. All right. Let's hop to it. So, okay, we're going to do GD later. We're starting with the AI schools. So, what is the new AI powered school in Chicago, and why are so many people talking about it in your mind's eye, Brother Wordsmith?
It's called the Alpha School.
Yeah.
Alpha School. It's a national private school network expanding into Chicago Lakeshore East neighborhood. It eliminates traditional teachers using AI software for core academic instruction. It's a high price school. It's $55,000 a year for K through 8. It compresses academics into 2 hours per morning, and with the rest of the day focused on workshops, life skills, and project-based learning. Excuse me. It's the first school in Chicago to fully adopt an AI first model, not just AI assisted teaching.
So, when you have human teachers and you want to underpay them and overwork them, I guess now that you got this computer, you can
Gouge.
Well, yeah, you could give each student its individual tailored education for 2 hours, right? And then let the children just or the students expand more holistically in other ways for the rest of the day. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it's saying that you have called them that people that are there, because it's going to be adults there. They call them guides, and they're not educators, and they're going to run the workshops and teach the life skills and the things of that nature the rest of the day.
Yeah, they're hiring.
Said they make 6 figures. They said they can make 6 figures.
All you need, well, 55,000 a year. All you need is a undergrad degree, no kind of teaching certification, whatever. In fact, they prefer that you don't have any teaching skills when you pop out.
It's gonna open with 100 students. God.
Wait, so 55,000.
Yeah.
So that's 5.5 million per year.
Yes.
And how many students you say?
100.
So you probably only need 10 guides and $100,000 a year. So you're paying $1 million for your guides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So as Brother Wordsmith just eloquently said, the RAC just opened the nation's first fully AI operated public school, where students learn through adaptive AI tutors instead of human teachers.
It's the first in the world? Wow.
Yeah.
My research said first in Chicago, but wow, first in the world. Okay.
Yeah, I think that school was open, but the one in Chicago is the first. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. We start a lot when it comes to education.
Almost everything, not just education, almost everything is birthed in like Dilla. I saw Dilla today. I didn't get to holler at him, but I saw him today. But just like he said, everything dope about America come from Chicago.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm not surprised. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Like you said.
The system uses real-time analytics to adjust lessons, track comprehension, and personalize pacing for every student. Supporters say it's the future of education, a model that eliminates overcrowded classrooms, inconsistent teaching quality, and budget-driven staffing shortages. Some critics say it feels like a tech experiment on our children, especially in a city where education equity is already a battle. The buzz comes from the school's bold claim: no teachers, no lectures, just learning.
Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like I said, I didn't know anything about this and till uh when I found out about the show and started doing some research. So I just researched the school. I've not completely researched how I feel about AI doing it all. You know what I mean?
So
At least the teaching, anyway.
Bernard Kramer said, I can quote him. He's a lifelong educator.
Been
And
sat with us a few times.
oh, yeah. He said AI schools are exponentially worse than what charter schools are doing to public education, the
Damn.
teaching profession, unions, and they qualify as the hardcore continued standardization of young human beings robot shit.
Program. Yeah. 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 It's standardized to reach each individual person, set up individually for them to be propagandized
Correct.
at the highest level.
Well, part of teaching, it's mentorship in itself, whether directly or indirectly. Like, think about all the stuff your favorite teachers, all the stuff you learn and encouragement you got from humans, and even just monkey see, monkey do type stuff. Now you're getting all that. Well, you still got the guides. Don't get me wrong, but you're getting a lot of the time you spend on your lessons. You're getting that from a robot, so you're gonna learn. You should learn how to be more robotic, if that makes sense.
I mean, you will be. I mean, they're gonna teach you exactly what it is they want to put into your mind. Period. And it's individually based, so it's tailored to reaching each individual, which is more diabolical. I mean, they're gonna straight propaganda as to the highest.
Facts. All right, we got former teacher of the year in the building. Brother Pender is in the building. Unmute yourself. There you go, good brother. So as an educator, administrator, and everything else, what's your take on this, brother?
It's the new slavery.
How so? How is it slavery?
It's slavery because it's bondage. It's bondage because it's being implemented by a system of authority. I mean, if the community doesn't have a say in this form of education, then how can they just implement it? And then how can you have education of humans with no humans?
Facts, good brother. And they've even proven that all this screen learning um, is making our children less intelligent as opposed to more intelligent. And what they're doing now is increasing the screen learning.
Yeah, they making more money off ibuprofen and eye doctors than anything because now the kids are having headaches, their bodies are deteriorating, and before they get a chance to actually develop, they're blind, their eyes are gone.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think of that, man. I didn't think of that because I remember.
Not only that, that's very much 100%, but the lighting in the school, along with all of the devices, man, the lighting in the schools, they knew what they was doing with them fluorescent lights, and they've not eliminated
Yes.
them. And they're everywhere. The
Well,
frequency of those do not equate with these vehicles that we live in.
Yeah, with that little humming sound. I remember I went to my eye doctor. I was 24 when I needed my first pair of glasses. He was an older cat, and he told me, he said all that he believes was coming from the screens, bro. You know, we came up, we was that
Yep.
first generation staring at the. Remember, you was a kid. They told you get away from that TV. Don't be all up
Yeah.
on the TV
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly.
Then you got computers, and you
Yep.
all up in it.
Well, now you got your phone and they be
Mm-hmm.
right in your goddamn face and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I was 50. I turned 50 before shit started getting blurry. And I'm like, what is happening?
How do they
I
know?
was in my go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was in my 30s when I started wearing glasses, and it had something to do with my mom and my dad and me, and then me smoking a lot. The smoke, and not just marijuana. I had a bad habit of smoking Newports because it would blend with the cognac. And because all the smoke would get in my eyes, they
Uh,
deteriorated faster than they would have if I had not chose to do those vices. And I'm listening to the numbers that you all are speaking about, and I'm thinking about, of course, us as black men, with the stress that we carry and with the weight that we carry, that adds to the deterioration. And then now I'm looking at black women, white women, and then white men, and how their eyes deteriorate or how their physical deteriorate over time because of the way the dynamics exist in our world. Like everything around us is designed for us to fail as black men. The moment you open your eyes and you step outside, everything in your environment is designed for you to be destroyed. And we are actually victorious kings because we've survived it all. And most of us are dying by 65, and the three of us in our 50s still healthy.
facts. Facts.
But the
Um,
AI is serious. It's serious, man.
so
Where your
like,
dog at?
have they tested this? I haven't seen anywhere where they tested this on students before. They just rolled it out like this. Is that Drew? Is that Drew
Say that
Wade?
again.
Was that Drew? That looked
Oh,
like Drew Wade.
hey.
I said, can you hear me now? You on mute. Yeah, he must not be talking to us. What I was saying is have they tested this? Have they tested this out um before they rolled it
Yeah, I
out?
left my weed in the car.
But you know that when they don't test stuff, they have done some tests, but it's probably some computer models they've run. Um, and I'm sure that it's when it comes out, the results of what they ran before they started doing this, it's going to be a problem.
So was it a blind like, you know what I'm saying? How in science you're supposed to do a double blind test and all of that to prove the model. So they should have had some students learning that way and the other students learning from humans the same way and seeing which was more effective.
Yeah, I'm sure they have run some simulation or something.
Computer modeling.
Yeah. Um, it probably have with actual students. I mean, some students uh are more effectively learn that way, by themselves and in that type of environment. I don't know that it should be completely AI ran. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the issue I'm having because I've taken classes. It was not an AI class though, but
Yeah.
they had it all online, and I could and run through it and know it. But
That
the
looked like
AI factor is the issue. I think is what people are having a problem with because it can manipulate you. It can steer your thinking.
and it hallucinates. It can start telling those children anything, especially when they're in theta.
Yeah,
They're doing it K
the
through
the
eighth right now.
hallucination thing is on the public models. Um, it probably it I don't know that it's just inherent in AI.
Yeah, it's inherent in AI. I
I
mean,
don't think
at
so.
least that's what they tell us.
I think the public models, they make sure that it is, so people won't try to just have it do all of their work and all of that. And I think it's put in the public models, I think. But that's neither here nor there.
Right. No, I got you. We're all entitled to that. I'm just going by, what they're telling us, which may or may not be true. But according to them, it's they all hallucinate and they can't figure out why. Let me just
I
quick
doubt
video.
that. It just doesn't make sense.
Was that Drew? I thought I saw Drew Wade in his house.
Nah.
Look like Drew. All right, let's okay, here we go. Got a quick video for y'all.
This is something I have never heard of. So a school is going to be AI with no teachers, and it's opening up in Chicago. Who are the students? They must be geniuses.
They're recruiting
no
students
way.
right now. The students are people whose parents can afford $55,000 a year in tuition. I'll just say that for this private school.
So they
this
get a
is
different
a
education
fascinating
all
story
jump.
on so many different levels. It's going to be called Alpha Schools, and Alpha Schools is a private school. I don't want to call it a chain, but
yeah. So their AI is probably teaching them something different than they would do when they roll it out in the public schools.
it's a group of
That's
schools that exist in other states, formed out of Austin, Texas. And here's how the day works for these students. K through 8 right now, but eventually they want to make it K through 12. They do essentially all the core academic learning in 2 hours in those booths with AI. And it's very personalized. They interact with the AI.
Look at the little booth you're in all day. Like a phone booth.
2 hours.
Well, yeah.
2 hours, huh?
Yeah, 2 hours.
For the academic portion.
Right.
But that's dangerous. I mean, I don't want AI that's assessing and controlling my child, if that makes any sense. Nobody's in there. Don't nobody know what this AI is saying to this child.
Yeah, that was my point about the hallucinations. But they're rich. They're getting a special education, so nothing's going to be done to them.
Oh, they're going to be completely trained to what they want them to be, wherever they're going to be on the food chain. But
learn their core subjects, reading, writing, arithmetic, and all the things that we learn. And then the rest of the day is left open to workshops, to entrepreneurial stuff, even for kids as young as 2nd and 3rd grade, business stuff, some art.
They didn't say working on your game, huh? Sports?
Yeah.
Arts as well. And that's where they really get their collaboration with other students and problem-solving skills in. No teachers. They are hiring, the school is currently. It's going to be downtown. They would love if you have a teaching background, but you don't have to have one. You have to have a bachelor's degree, but you don't have to have any educational experience or even a degree in education, because it's the AI doing the core learning with the student, and then it opens up the rest of the day.
They're not doing the core learning. They're doing the core teaching. Stop bullshitting with this word salad.
Learning with the student, and then it opens up the
you just don't know. Ignorance. People think that they can explain something that most of these pink people can't. They're just not.
rest of the day. Look, AI is coming to our schools in one way or another. There's no
Look at this guy. He just take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like these, like, you know how you be saying, oh, it ain't got to come to our schools. This guy just sat here and told us AI is coming to our schools one way or another, and you're going to sit there and you're going to take it.
That's slavery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take it. Take
Yeah.
that. That's slavery.
And this is the programming that they're doing right now, bro.
Right. The pre-programming, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
They got this, I mean, you know.
No doubt about it. Will teachers be
No
okay
doubt about
essentially
it.
saying take over computers?
Oh.
Probably not. There's going to be, obviously this is a private school. They can kind of do what they want here versus the public schools. But I do find it to be a fascinating discussion on where we're going with AI, its capabilities, and how much the education experience is going to embrace this stuff.
I'm all about, technology and teaching our kids advanced learning, like things that we obviously didn't get an education on. My only thing that
you
Y'all-
didn't get an edge. What is she talking about?
They're teaching goats. She's talking about teaching goats.
They're not even writing in cursive anymore. They don't even know how to write their own signature.
They don't even do the Constitution. They don't do nothing. They don't
Nothing.
teach them nothing.
They don't get the periodic tables.
You can only fail twice.
Yeah.
They push you along. If it ain't third grade, oh well. I mean, if it was the fourth grade that
hold this up. They don't even separate you and put you in a different program. You can sit in the same classes, distracting everybody and intimidating the teachers, and they keep you in the classroom because they want the money.
Wow. But they said they're going to start with the public schools and not the private school. I wonder why that is.
Well,
because the Pope and the Vatican. Go ahead.
No, well, they starting with this private school. But see, my contention is they're going to, what they roll out.
Oh, he said they starting with a private school, not a public school.
Yeah, it's $55,000 a year, bro.
Yeah.
It
started with 100 students at 55 grand a year, K through 8.
And the court is downtown. And what's the name of the school, Tori?
The Alpha schools.
And according to Tori, they paying 6 figures, bro, for
the guide.
For you to be like a guide. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be a guy. Give me that money. I'm gonna be a guy. I'm doing the knowledge on all that shit. I'm gonna be a guy. And I'm going to apply tomorrow.
You feel
me? I'm gonna sit that motherfucker with them small bottles of Crown Royal you get at the store, the real little but like $2. Had them motherfuckers in my back pocket, linked against the wall, just observe knowledge. Give me my 100,000.
That's it.
Yeah. Take a sip,
and you're gonna get more than the bottom offer because your experience.
Sure, I ain't telling them I'm gonna tell the motherfuckers I was a custodian and hired me.
They got people. The guides run workshops and teach about entrepreneurship
and make sure they're not beating each other up and getting bullied and all that.
That's all.
Well, yeah, 55 grand. Somebody better make sure nobody getting fucking bullied at 55 grand. If I send my child there at 55 grand, you.
So Tori said 100 students, bro. So they making 5.5 million. They grossing 5.5 million
the first year
for that school.
That's the first year.
Grossing.
So I mean, the first year is going to be a class that's going to graduate 4 years later. So you know what I mean. That's the first class. So the next
elementary
class
school, it's going to be more than 4 years.
Oh, you right.
It stops at high school, but they working on a high school program.
Right, K through 12. They're not going to be all the hundreds. Not going to all be the same class.
Yeah, it's K through 8 right now.
Yeah.
I wonder how AI gonna teach them how to write cursive.
They said it ain't important. It's gonna come up. Let me play this. It ain't important no more. I don't know if I was watching this video.
It's so stupid. How you read the Constitution? You gonna trust that they?
I beg to differ because I did an experiment, and my students' classes that learned cursive, they were far more developed than the classes that didn't learn cursive.
Oh, I agree.
That's why they stopped it. We know why.
It's wiring something different in your head, but no, they don't teach them that.
Right away is, I know, and I've talked to Gabby about this, and I'm sure you will encounter this too as a parent, that when it's time to get your kids into school, even preschool now, especially if they're not going to a public school, it's like applying for college. And so in a lot of instances, they want your kids to write, right? They want them to even do little essays starting in like kindergarten and things like that. I just don't see how you'll be able to even write your name and things like that if a good portion of that educational component is on the computer. And in fact, I talked to a principal about this, and this is a big issue that they're having as classrooms become more technologically savvy and kids are on iPads and computers. Kids don't know how to write. They don't know how to do a 5 + 5 = 10. And so I just don't know if that becomes a problem later in life. I love the concept. I love the concept of a second grader being able to create.
She said all that, but then said she loves the concept.
Well, I mean, it might be somebody in the background waving at her like, "What are you doing?" You never know with these, programs.
Well, it's the younger people though, so they've been programmed not to take a side, not to be controversial. So I'll be talking to them, not all of them. I'll be talking to them and they'll say, yeah, Michael Jordan is the GOAT, but LeBron, But I agree, LeBron is the greatest player of all time. They say shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
We had like debate classes, like debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It was different. I ain't saying it was better, but evolution is not about making you smarter. Evolution is about making you better to fit the current environment that you're going to be in. But it doesn't. You don't necessarily evolve for the better. That survival of the fittest stuff. The DNA don't just make you smarter. We assume, oh, we're getting smarter and smarter and smarter. No, we're just
No.
getting more acclimated. Like your eyes might change for staring at these computers. That don't mean it's better. That don't mean we got our eyes got better.
We're getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
Correct.
And more relying on
tech.
Yes, than doing tech. It's much easier to use a calculator than to, for most people anyway. I can do most calculations in my head, but most people can't do that.
Can't.
Calculator, right, is
Can't.
a necessity. And I mean, prior to calculators and stuff, they had the abacus and all kinds of counting things. So it's always been that. It's always been that. You know.
Have you seen the film Idiocracy?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, you got to watch that. They was putting this idiot. He was doing it for scientific. They was paying him money to be cryogenically sleep for a year, and then they had this prostitute. Her court case was to participate in this scientific experiment, but so then there was a big earthquake. So they ended up being inside this cryogenically sleep for like 10,000 years. And when they came out, everybody in society was dumb as fuck.
Right. I've seen the concept. I don't think I've seen the whole movie.
You gotta watch that, bro.
I may have seen it because my memory ain't.
They leading us to that, bro.
Not AI. Well, of course.
A business that could be sustainable, maybe even for the rest of their life.
They want to tell us that this is the most technologically advanced that it's ever been. That's what they want to tell us. But it's stuff that we can look at that they can't produce right now.
Yeah, and that's why the ancestors built it.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't tell me that this is the most advanced it's been. Yeah. I mean, it's peeing on me and right in my face, standing there peeing on me, and ain't no coming nowhere. So it's raining. Only my leg is getting wet, motherfucker.
And it's destroying. It's the most detrimental to the planet we live on in history, probably. I'll give it that.
And start thinking about that. But some practicality you still need. You still may need one day to write your name.
I have this debate all the time with my listeners on the radio because I'm someone who still took penmanship, right? And I now argue that was an hour a day or however long it was completely wasted. What do we care if kids know cursive, right? This is not the way of the future. Why are kindergartners writing out essays anyways? I'm going to get a lot of pushback. I'm sure your viewers will disagree with me too. And a lot of people point to there is some skill and important brain maneuvers happening when you're writing things down, and no doubt.
So he just discounted. Right, just discounted with everything that we talking about.
Yes,
it's just discounted it. Just like
that's how they talk now. They be on both sides of it. But otherwise the people don't listen. They've been conditioned. So if somebody is too much on one side, too controversial, they shut down. So you got to give this word salad speak.
This is journalism today.
This is life today.
Agree with me too. And a lot of people point to there is some skill and important brain maneuvers happening when you're writing things down, and no doubt.
Bro, they doing it on podcasts. The younger generation, I'll be sitting there listening. I'll cut it off. I can't even listen to it. Everybody's just riding their bum on the fence.
But is that the way of the future, right? Here's one point I'll make, because I know a lot of people are putting up their guard about this and saying, why could this possibly happen? We need teachers in the classroom, and I'm not going to disagree with that. My mom, who was a public school teacher for 40 years.
See, do you agree with it or do you disagree with it?
One point I'll make, because I know a lot of people are putting up their guard about this and saying, why could this possibly happen? We need teachers in the classroom, and I'm not going to disagree with that. My mom, who was a public school teacher for 40 years, is watching right now, so I'm not going to disagree with her on this. But when you have a classroom of 25 to 30 people trying to learn skills, no doubt some kids fall behind, some kids are way ahead and are bored in the class. That is just indisputable. So if you have worked out an AI model that is going to be individualized to each person and can teach them some of these skills in 2 hours that used to take 6, and you free up more time for creativity, for planning, for collaboration, for the approaches of the 21st century where we're going to be, I could see the argument behind it. And this has become politicized because everything these days is. The education secretary, for as long as we have a Department of Education, they promised to shut it down eventually, went to one of these schools in Austin and heralded the founder and said this is a great thing. Of course, that received a lot of pushback from people who aren't happy with the administration on all sorts of levels. So this is going to be fascinating to see. And look, public schools use AI too.
Wait a minute,
it's just more as a supplemental thing. It is not something that is driving the discussion, just driving the lectures. So this is going to be an interesting future in AI in general, especially as it impacts classrooms.
Well, and it sounds like they did a lot of research. I mean, it's not like they're just going to come up with this just out of nowhere. I mean,
it sounds like they did a lot of research. See, I was asking y'all a question. Was there any research done?
Right.
I didn't make this assumption that she's making here.
It sounds like
they
did a lot of research.
Correct. And then this one's
But did they say did they have another school that he said they?
He said one in Texas, but who knows what he's talking about?
Yeah, I did say that very shortly after I said I'm listening to this idiot. So I
think it's fair too, because it's 2 hours, you said, of that core learning, that core curriculum. There's a lot of learning fatigue out there. I remember being exhausted by the end of the day, or seeing, kids right now, especially being exhausted by the end of the day, and then they have these extracurriculars. It sounds like there's only so much brain power that they could use.
It's true.
And instead, they could use it towards something that maybe will really benefit them in the long run, like building a business.
Yeah, but I don't
she's
have to
one of
worry
them
about
idiots
it
that was
because I'm
slowing
not
class
paying.
down.
Yes. This is one of the stupidest discussions that I don't even want to call it a discussion. Yelping, for lack of a better term. You muted. Nope.
Oh, let me get him unmuted. There it is. Unmute yourself, Noob. All right. We should have you. He say not AI. You see his name on there?
Yeah. I couldn't
I'm unmuted. I'm with you.
All right.
No
All
doubt.
right. So
Can you hear me?
yeah, we got you.
Loud and clear. Beautifully.
So how does the school actually function without teachers? Like, who's in charge?
Big Brother. George Orwell, 1984. Big Brother's in charge.
So the data companies, the people who write the AI programs are the ones plugging in what they think each student should learn. Like
Is that the case, or is it AI?
Good question. These are the questions that journalists should be asking.
I mean, if they say it's AI, and that's doing all the teaching,
but is it putting together the curriculum?
It has to be, or maybe not the curriculum. You probably have something there, but the distribution to the student and to try to reach the student is probably more the AI. I mean, they are. It has to be working from a basic knowledge base.
Well, I think not AI here. Brother Pender is gonna figure it out when he go get that
the guy job. I was thinking about I need to go get one of the motherfuckers too.
Yeah, why not? Especially when they roll it out for Pookie and Ray Ray on the low end.
Man. I'm being that motherfucker like, you can learn this shit or not. I don't give a fuck,
You can't say that.
motherfuckers.
You're not gonna be
You
able
know,
to say that.
badass motherfucker. No,
But you got to somehow force the kid to stay in that booth for 2 hours.
no, that
That's gonna be an
motherfucker.
issue.
Already
No.
figured it out. Already figured it out.
How you gonna get them in to stay in there?
Yeah, already figured it out.
How?
Because the number one thing I learned was being forgiving. And when I forgave my students, they trusted in me, and then they started listening. I wasn't forcing nothing.
Got you. Yeah, you treated them like children of God, huh?
Like people. You treated them like people. You treated them like
Little people.
gods, the little gods.
So according to the AI, instead of teachers, the school will be using a network of AI learning pods, each acting like a digital instructor that can explain, quiz, research, and track progress. Human adults are still present,
I
but
put the power in their hand. All these teachers want to be celebrated, and really they make it about them. But when they get the fuck out the way and let the students develop and grow, the students start teaching you. My students have taught me so many things because I wasn't trying to get them to be little bit stupendous and let them be who they were. And once they start blossoming, they reached heights that they never thought they could reach, and definitely that I didn't think they could reach. And that's what I learned about being an educator, or what an academic and learning environment looks like, when I saw them grow and create and get to levels that they never thought and I never thought they can get to. That's what learning is, and that's what learning should be.
facts. I had a teacher like you, man. He said it was all about teaching you how to think. He wasn't gonna just give you the answer. He wanted you to
Yeah,
think it
and
through.
to think and then get out their way. We be in their way too much, man. We always trying to control shit and make them do this and make them do that. I used to just get the fuck out the way and let them, man, they took me places I never thought I'd be.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, the student teacher learns from the student and vice versa.
Hey, I
Yep.
just thought
Yeah.
of something, man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Juan Gardner, Noop,
Mhm.
K. Noop, Juan Gardner, R.I.P.
Brother Gardner? Today?
Not, I
No,
saw
are you sure?
there, huh?
He's on
Juan
Greater Beta
Gardner
TV.
from K.A. Not
Yeah.
not from Beta.
Oh, not from KA, you're saying.
I'm saying it's from K.A. It's a K.A. Noop, not Greater Beta Noop.
Okay, there's a KA noob named Juan Gardner.
Yeah. Juan passed away. Dre ship. No, that was
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 days ago. Dre ship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kappa ship Death Row.
and Mike Burchett, they ship.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Burchett ship.
Yeah.
Juan.
But I knew him in high school. I knew him in high school, and saying you, brother, reminded me.
Rest in power.
Yes.
Man, yes, sir. Golden Shores. So the AI
And
handles
it might not
curriculum.
be Gardner. I might that might be the beta name I know from
Yeah, that might be the problem. Because Juan Gardner, I'm like, man, he was just on Greater Beta TV yesterday.
No. Right. No. Okay.
All right. The AI handles curriculum, delivery, grading, and pacing. Every student gets a personalized learning path, and the system updates every night based on the previous performance. It's efficient, but it raises a big question. Can a machine understand a child the way a teacher like Brother Pender can? It's a fundamental question.
No. Is the fundamental answer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's individualized. Like I mean, utopia wise, it would be Brother Pender at every student for those 2 hours. That would be ideal, but that's not what I believe that they're going to make it. You know what I mean?
But here's the problem. Who's deciding this? Who's deciding, okay, Mills is smarter than Smith, So we're gonna give Mills this curriculum, and we're gonna put Smith down there with the asbestos and the lead paint, and put them in the slow classes. Who's deciding on the curriculum that they're feeding to Smith, or that they're feeding to those children on the low ends, versus what they're feeding these children up in Lincoln Park and these
Right.
type areas on the Gold
Right.
Coast?
I
Who's
mean, that's
deciding this?
the same people that decide to teach them different curriculums everywhere anyway.
And that's the problem. You used to be able to have a human teacher give pushback. You used to be able to have a human teacher give
They
pushback.
got these, man, them
It's
teachers are so fucking, they
it's
gotta, if they don't pass, them children don't pass that test or whatever.
it's no such thing as who's smarter than who. All of them smart, and all of them bring
course.
something to the cipher.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta let them develop and flow.
Right.
We gotta let them develop and flow. Ain't no everybody got. And when
Ideally, they all taught the same thing. I mean, from the base should be the same, and it should be given how they can receive it. And I know that's a more Montessori type of thing, and that's type of education that I.
So my motto would be. So my motto would be this: we have schools the way they've traditionally been.
Yeah.
And the way teachers have been wanting, hey, I can't teach these 40, 50 kids at once. It's too many of them. You know, you could have funded the teachers the way you've been funding the police departments. You could have overfunded the teachers where each teacher had like a class of 15. Then you got the honors classes, maybe for the accelerated children. And then within that honors class, if there's 2 or 3 of them that they're bored in the honors class, then you could put them in a little booth and plug them into the AI teaching.
That's a model. That's a possibility.
I don't know. What do y'all think about that model? So you can use them. You can use it all together. The AI with teachers. You still have the teachers, but you know, like Tori talked about how he would be a more accelerated in a lot of his classes. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting there while learning stuff that he already know. His mom is an educator. So he's sitting there.
Right.
So it's not fair to him. So in those instances, all right, once he finishes work, he can go in the booth and get more knowledge. And even someone on the slower end, quote unquote, maybe they got a lot of trauma at home and they didn't have parents who were reading to them and making them read and stuff. Maybe they could be using the booth a little bit to enhance their education, but you don't remove the teachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't remove the human because that leads to just it leads towards what they want: a sexless, genderless,
robotic slave population.
Robotic slave population.
Mm-hmm.
Is, ideally we have the AI is like trained by Brother Pender and people of his ilk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't believe they'll do that. I don't believe they want intelligent.
They don't. They not gonna do it. They don't
want. They want dumb citizens.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not
correct.
I'm not a citizen, so that's a slave of itself.
All right, so equity. Families worry that AI only schools will be tested on Black and brown communities first, the same neighborhoods that already deal with underfunded schools. So it's at these private schools now, but could this be used as justification to say, hey, like they do with everything else, we don't want to hold y'all back, and the Democrats will get in and write all this funding for it, and we're going to roll out these AI teachers, and that way your schools won't be overcrowded, right? And that way you can get the same teaching that everybody else is getting. Meantime, they got these AI bots talking about you a slave. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that a human wouldn't do necessarily to another human without it leaking.
And who knows what subliminal shit they could put in any of the recordings
screen,
anyway. In the screen and the recordings, all of it. And you're talking about AI, like if it's not going to be a true AI anyway. But if it is, then AI grows and learns. It's a mass course of how to manipulate people for AI, because it can aggregate. It's saying it's for one individual, but it can aggregate all of those, can go to compile to the same place. Is be teaching AI.
Well, that's one of those. Correct. Just like Pender said, he was learning from the students. But that's one of the data. I was going to go there next. The system is collecting massive amounts of student data from
Yeah.
learning patterns to emotional responses and more. Parents are concerned to know who controls, who owns that data, and how is it protected. And we know that data won't be protected.
No, they're gonna sell it.
They're going to sell it.
That's the Lack family, Henrietta.
They're going to sell it. Yeah. Human development. Teachers don't just teach, and this is what Pender was saying. They mentor, they motivate,
Yeah.
they model behavior. Critics fear that removing human educators could stunt social emotional growth, especially for younger students. The debate ain't just about tech, it's about trust, power, and who gets to shape the future of Chicago's children.
And then non-educators are filling in those roles, being there with the students. So it's uh it's
Seems like they should be
it's not a
trained to teach.
hospital, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
not a hospital, you know what I mean, where you
Yeah.
got the orderlies and not even nurses, because nurses have a lot of knowledge about stuff. So you got people that to clean up.
The
And
orderlies.
yeah, and security. That's who you have monitoring and mentoring, because I mean, they said these people are doing workshops and teaching life, but what does that look like? We need to know what that looks like, because
in theory, it's, you know what I'm saying? In theory, it's perfect, bro. In theory, this can work, but I don't trust the
them.
powers that be at
That's why
all.
I said I don't trust them to do the right thing. Like I said, ideally it would be like Brother Pender training the AI, but it's not going to be the case.
Right.
You in here twice, Brother Pender. I don't know what that other thing is going on. Okay, there you go.
I removed it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, so Brother Pender, we wrapping up this segment, man, and this is what I wanted you here for. I think it'd be only fair if you get a final words on this for any parent or any educator or administrator might be listening. How a lifetime.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you, brother. We hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, we want you to take the final word because we wrapping up this segment, brother.
No doubt. I would just say nature is the best teacher. We need to get our students outdoors. Our children, they need to embrace the dirt, the grass, and that if they continue to embrace nature and learn about nature and learn from nature, the AI won't have no power over them.
Hey, I remember being a kid and everybody telling me to get out of the dirt. I used to be in the dirt figuring all kind of stuff, bro. You dirty. You playing in the dirt.
Yeah, Montessori schools I went to, yeah, we dug in the dirt. They took us and to where we were finding fossils. Shit was crazy. You know, one of the schools was on the University of Chicago campus. You know what I mean? So all of the teachers and administrators, they were all grad students or beyond.
Yeah, I went to Montessori school too. I'm just talking about overall, generally, most people tell their kids to get out of the dirt. You're gonna get dirty, you're gonna get disease, you're getting dirty, go wash your hands. And the kid is experimenting, the child is experimenting and learning.
I'm saying, yeah, we were taught different. It's different types of education. That's what I was
Yeah, but I'm saying I
sang
went to a
upon.
Montessori school. We was doing, Cub
Yeah.
Scouts and all that, playing in dirt. I was just saying it was more so my family, and then when you get to like you said, public school.
Yeah. I never went to public school, so that part.
Yeah.
And my mother was a more hands-off parent.
Yeah.
I could walk out the house at 8
Yeah.
or 9 and be
Yeah.
gone, and nobody knew I was gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a stigma back in the day, bro. I mean, that's well said, because even if
Yeah.
you think of Carver, that's what he was doing. He was just observing nature. George Washington Carver.
Yeah. To the highest.
Man. So Brother
They
Pender,
castrated that brother. So
literally, huh?
yes. And so he really focused in. He didn't
Hey,
have that sexual
great
stuff going on.
great building with you too, my brother. We appreciate you popping out and giving us that teacher's perspective. And yo to you, good Newt.
Love, honor, respect, always.
Peace to the gods.
Yes, sir.
And he didn't have, they all over his internet. It's always like that with him, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he speaks his mind, so.
Yeah, he does. So they on his ass, huh? Aces too. They be all over Aces. I told him once he got on here, I'm like, yeah, bro, you can't be doing all that, speaking your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because hackers are out there listening.
They didn't find you at work.
Oh yeah, now it's the AI bots. All right, let's move to GD Dragon real quick. Okay, I think I should just go ahead and play the video because I'm sure most of us don't know who the hell he is.
Yeah, I'm very much not familiar. I found out, doing research, but
yeah, I hadn't heard of him either, but let's see.
First, just hear something about some K-pop something, but
yeah, K-pop.
Right.
Gay sounds like gay pop.
Snippet of this music right quick.
Oh my God. What?
All right.
That for real?
You say for real or for real?
For real.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same, bro. Yes, you're right. These people. All right. G-Dragon, ladies and gentlemen.
K-pop icon G-Dragon has recently sparked controversy over an outfit he wore on stage. On May 2nd,
you see the racial slur?
Mm-hmm.
Sexual and racial slurs. Now,
on his buttocks.
Yeah, on his, well,
that's
we don't know what he's doing
completely disrespectful.
You don't know what's in his bum, and you don't know what's in his heart.
I know what's in his heart, and I see what he wants in his bum.
All right, but this is in Dutch, I think, the language of how
the star performed at the K-Spark in Macau concert held in China.
There it is. I think Jungen what is Jungen? He's got a lot of nerve.
The Nick
sexual
G,
slur.
that Nick G thing is what they it's got to be nigga Neger. No matter how you look at it, that's nigga.
Ain't it? Ain't it?
Period.
Ain't it? Before you just throw this shirt on.
He tried to act like it.
Yes.
He didn't know.
Yes.
Oh, actually, he ain't never act like he didn't know. He didn't say nothing. His the label and whatever is speaking out. He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing.
Shirt with a Dutch phrase written on it. The phrase printed on the back of the shirt clearly contains sexual and racial connotations that are considered offensive and widely frowned upon.
What are the sexual connotations? Do we have to Google what Jungen means?
It's on his
After several clips of his performance went online.
But he can't be calling somebody fruity, not him.
I mean, it's saying, the nigga entrance.
Global fans pointed out the inappropriateness of the outfit and demanded an official statement and apology from the artist and his agency. Recognizing the severity of the incident, G-Dragon's agency Galaxy Corporation released a statement on the 3rd, shortly after the issue gained traction. The agency said that they sincerely apologized for the inappropriate wording displayed on the artist's stage outfit. Continuing the statement, the agency noted that the incident highlighted the need for racial cultural awareness and stricter scrutiny. They also mentioned that they are committed to meticulously examining and improving internal procedures, including the styling processes. The statement concluded with a reassurance to fans, stating future artist-related activities will be executed with greater accountability and consideration, ensuring that the diverse cultural
Well, he got
backgrounds
his nails done just like your quarterback.
and values of our global fans are
I
always
think-
respected.
Wait, he reminds me of Pharrell a lot.
All right. That'd be fun.
Allegedly, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, for real. Yeah, for real. All right. What does translate?
Yeah, the whole phrase.
Jongen. Okay, it's a Dutch phrase translated directly to Negro boy or N-word boy in English.
Now,
Nigger
why?
is rarely recognized as racist, derogatory, and highly offensive slur against black people in the Netherlands. Due to its derogatory nature, the term is avoided in modern Dutch due to the ass whoopings they was probably taking over there. German and international context. The phrase may occasionally be found in older literature or art titles. Okay, so I still don't see the sexual connotation, but I think you're right. It's probably like an arrow. He probably likes Negro boys, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that looked like. I mean, and once they said a sexual connotation, then I'm looking like, now why is this even? Why would you put Negro boy on your bum?
Okay. All right. G Dragon wore a shirt. Okay, we know that. We just saw it. At the K Spark event in Macau that featured a Dutch racial slur, specifically the word nigger, a derogatory anti-black epithet, along with sexualized imagery. Where's the sexualized imagery? Maybe it's another part of the shirt.
It's on his bum. Is the only thing I can see. That's I can't. That wasn't a sexualized outfit. I mean, he was clothed. He was fully clothed, and you could see this nigger boy on his bum.
Well, yeah, I think so. Because that they make it a point. I've watched a lot of different images, and they're only showing the back of that shirt.
Man,
how old is G Dragon? He's 37. Okay, because I'm like, man, does that make sense? So 20 years ago, Self, because I thought this thing was hallucinating. 20 years ago, some of his fans noted he had worn the same shirt nearly 20 years earlier, raising questions about repeated behavior rather than a one-time mistake. International fans expressed anger, disappointment, and frustration, especially given G Dragon's long history of controversies involving racial insensitivity. So I think we know what's in his heart.
yeah.
He's that Korean in the store. You buy now. I feel sorry for your mother.
And he wants it in the bum.
And yeah, he hates himself. You know what I mean? So he'll be working at you. I feel sorry for, and what old dog? My what? What you say about my bum?
That motherfucker was like, drop the bottle. They got them all fucked up.
Yeah. Allegedly, the cops be lying because remember they beat the case. They never even got charged with it.
He got killed.
The roaring 90s. Oh, you talking about the store dude?
And Kane.
Yeah, he got killed, but it didn't have nothing to do with that. He got killed because he got that girl pregnant and stumped out her cousin when he came by. The cousin pulled up on him, asked him to do the right thing. Thank you, nigga. I'm a gangster. All right. All right, but yeah, so we're not going to spend a lot on G Dragon because nobody even knows who he is. And I don't think people care, but here's one more. This going back. This is going
Singer
way back.
G Dragon has taken legal action
So
against.
he took legal action. This is going way back to when? I can't remember, but this is an older video. And he took legal action against the big media. And this could be why they're on his bum.
Against malicious commenters, including media outlets, for spreading false information and defamation. According to his agency, Galaxy Corporation, the artist has reportedly filed lawsuits not only against individuals posting malicious comments, but also against the operators of certain online media platforms that raised unfounded allegations about him. However, the agency did not reveal the names or specific details of those being sued or the scope of the lawsuits. The media outlet in question is known to have published multiple articles raising various substance abuse allegations based on claims that the star visited certain places and by observing his behavior. G Dragon, however, had previously been cleared of all charges by the police, effectively putting an end to the rumors.
He's got a powerful
Following the
team behind
police
his
probe,
bum.
his agency
Yeah.
filed lawsuits against around 100
He likes it up-
individuals.
he likes to-
The agency stated
allegedly.
some of those cited admitted
what
to
I
the
see.
charges,
You don't
and
want
the
them coming after
investigation of the accused has
allegedly,
been
'cause-
completed.
Look how in
The
other
case-
countries they don't show the comments. So if they blur out the comments.
Yeah, why not? You know, here they like shit.
If you put it out there, it's out there.
We gonna have it, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just stated that G Dub has the good team, and they got the big money behind them. So
G
they
Dragon.
probably, yeah. Damn, sorry, G Dub.
Whoever G Dub is.
G Dragon. G Dub, you heard of G Dub. He's
No,
not
yeah.
he's not great, but he's adequate. He can
Is he from Oakland?
no. Oh no, I made it. I don't know G Dub.
Yeah. Golden State Warriors is G Dub, ain't they?
G Depp is who I was.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
No, G Depp is a rapper.
Never heard of him.
Cases have been forwarded to the prosecution, and we're currently awaiting their decision.
So basically, I was just throwing out there that maybe, until I realized he's got a lifelong of this racist activity, that maybe they were just coming after him because he went after big media. But seems like he's got a problem and he's been getting away with it because he's very lucrative for someone.
Yeah.
And he's taking it up the bum. You know, the rainbow people, allegedly, in my opinion, they get away with a lot more than the heterosexual male does.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They get a pass for a lot.
It reminds me a lot of Pharrell. So
You're not talking about the Asian that was with Pharrell? You're talking about actually Pharrell?
I'm talking about actually Pharrell, not
The Asian.
not the dude he cut out.
Uh-huh.
Hugo, I think his name is. I think
That is his name. I think he was more black than Pharrell, allegedly.
Pharrell looks a whole lot like the South Korean himself.
But to your point, he might be mixed. To your point, G Dragon's agency issued a formal apology on May 3rd, acknowledging the shirt's socially and culturally inappropriate wording and promising stricter internal review processes for styling and cultural sensitivity. How can you put a shirt on that says nigger in any language and not say to yourself, he's 37, self?
The same shirt that he wore when he was 17.
Yeah. And was there no uproar about this when he was 17?
Hell no. Nobody knew who he was, and they agreed.
He was probably on the come up.
They agreed now.
Yeah, you're right.
And they agreed now. So
yeah, you're right. All right, y'all. We got one more topic, but we got to just take we'll let Brother Wordsmith explain it. We got one more topic. All right, let's see here. Karen.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. The Self Love Show rocks on. And we have some important videos for your edutainment. And it's going to provide the momentum to ride into the next phase. We'll be right back at you because y'all know how we do. The Self Love Show, y'all.
I got to remove that first video. Karen, maybe I already did it. Oh, it's already been removed. You're good.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Agnostics in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. And He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig, and that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants could do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
They're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Was some of my research, at USC. I did a survey. The question was, do you think that Jesus Christ was of African descent or European descent? Overwhelmingly, over 90-something% of the folks said African descent. I said, then do you think his ethnicity matters? They said, no, it doesn't matter. And I'm saying, it matters obviously to somebody.
It does.
Absolutely. And it matters to white supremacy. But whenever there's a book called The Color of Christ, the saga of race, I think in America, they track when, most people say, well, this is something out of Europe and, who was that? Michelangelo painted,
Yeah.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with why Jesus is white. Jesus is white because of America. Jesus is white because of white supremacy in the Klan. That's why Jesus is white. That's where that comes from. It didn't stick in Europe because they knew better.
Hey, Cleveland, you better hide the markers from your kids. Somebody colored in your Jesus.
Somebody colored in your ass with too much ass, fat ass.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant.
The charges I'm going to announce, please know this. The charges themselves are not evidence. Everyone that I'm going to describe today is presumed guilty until and unless they are proven guilt. Their guilt is proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt.
My testicles, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. Just pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The ringleader and now disgraced.
That even the local news is ultimately both written for and controlled by a unified source, regardless of the network. Just watch this clip and you'll see how bad it really is.
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media policies simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene and be able to plant it on the scene. And I understand they're opening up different cold cases now, see if they can identify possibly his DNA linked to other crimes.
You're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney.
Air quotes expert.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. The Self Love Show rocks on and on and on and on.
It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show.
We do it for our people.
Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show.
To expose that no equals.
The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show.
Tory Wordsmith, 9 mils.
The Self Love Show. You
know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show. We're back. And we finna talk about Artemis. I don't know, but feels like we're gonna rip apart of this.
It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We do it for our people. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show.
They ignorant. They think we stupid. They think we the dumbest people on the planet.
Man. All right. Artemis in Greek mythology. Artemis is the ancient Greek goddess of the moon, the hunt, wilderness, and protection of the young. She is the twin sister of Apollo, the Apollo missions. Now we got Artemis. They're identical twins. So if one was fake, the other shall be fake. Who represents the sun? So the Apollo and who represents the sun? Artemis is associated with thresholds, transitions, and the wild, often depicted with a silver bow and hunting dogs. Today, she embodies independence, guardianship, and the liminal spaces between youth and adulthood. Themes that influence NASA's naming of its new, quote, lunar program, end quote. So, why are some people saying the Artemis 2 mission was faked in the first place? Brother Wordsmith, wacky conspiracy theory.
Because there were glitches in the footage. Is one of the main reasons. I mean, we pointed them out. You pointed them out to me. I didn't, I was researching the words and what they said, but you showed me. I'm like, huh? There's been even more since then. So,
oh yeah,
a little glitchy. It's
yeah, and then we got a video we're gonna show.
Also, hold on. And from my knowledge that we are under a firmament. Yeah, and that is a light source or something. I don't know what it is exactly, but we can't get out there to do that.
And why do they tell us the Earth is tilted on its axis, which always blew my mind? I'm like, is it round or is it not? And so you got a round, perfectly round thing tilted. I don't know how you do that, first of all, if it's in space. But then you show these photos where there's no tilt whatsoever.
They show the rotation simulation of a rotation because they have it's not anything real, but
I see what you're saying. They declare the pole this way and that way.
It has a wobble. It has a wobble. And they said because
the poles are tilted though.
Well, yes, because it's got a wobble. They claim that the meteor thing, what's that called?
The Van Allen belt?
No, not the Van Allen. The meteor, the belt. They claim that a planet hit the Earth and it regathered itself, and it was on a tilt,
and it was wobbling ever since.
Yeah, that's what.
So the wobble should stop eventually.
No,
why not? As above, so below. If I smack a marble or something, it's going to wobble until the motion stops. I guess it's in space. Nothing can stop it.
I mean, yeah.
There's no inertia. There's no wind.
So they say. Whatever. It's all nonsense.
But it's it's like it's all like if something starts, right? Okay, I got this little thing here.
But if there's no such thing as gravity and it's sitting in space,
this thing, it's gonna stop eventually.
No, if there's no such thing as gravity and it's in a vacuum, what makes it stop?
Yeah. The pictures don't show any of that, though. The pictures they depict don't show any of it.
Well, I mean, they made it up.
Right. Yeah. So to Brother Wordsmith's point.
All a part of the dumbing down process. And they've dumbed us down to man, I'm surprised some people breathe the way they say some shit to me that they think.
That they think. The claims mostly come from viral AI manipulated images taken out of context that spread on social media. Some creators use AI tools to generate fake green screen, astronaut photos, but we're not presenting that, and then presented them as leaked NASA footage. Others stitched together unrelated videos to imply the mission never happened. None of these images came from NASA, allegedly, but once they hit TikTok and X, they fueled a wave of Artemis' stage posts. So this is like a lot of bullshit. It's like they're controlling the narrative.
Yes, it's their narrative to control. They control the media. Never a straight answer.
Yeah, need another space agency. The first letter in NASA is N. That's for Nazi.
Well, I mean, need another space agency. Let's figure out getting to space. Is there space?
Well, I got to think of something else because Nazis and supremacists.
NASA is very,
ain't it? Very close.
Not NASA.
Yeah, very close.
It's what letter?
Yeah, very close.
Similar, especially since they brought some of them into
Werner von Braun and all the Nazis.
Yeah, brought them into the man shit.
Big A said Self Love Show. Air quote said the Self Love Show.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget the.
Yeah.
It's like Ohio State University.
It's a modifier. God damn it, it modifier.
Yeah, that's right. It modifies. Man, there was a word I was looking at. It was very close, and maybe I hope I typed it in here. Don't think I did.
I love new words, bro. I be like, what? I be reading, and I'm like, what? They say, oh, no, you're supposed to infer what it means according. No, motherfucker, I'm going to look up this definition. I'm going to read it through and say,
What was the word? But it was like you twist the letters around. I was like, whoa, I never see this before.
Right.
And I typed it, wrote it down. It'll come to me. I'll write it down next time.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right. But you guys, I want you to Chicago bear with us. We got a video here. Now, a lot of people are going to say this guy's a wacky conspiracy theorist. He's one of the largest flat earthers out there, outside of Brother Wordsmith. He's a flat earther. And Eric Dubai.
I'm definitely not one of the largest or anything, but
yeah. Eric Dubai is.
Right.
All right. Fair use, Eric Dubai.
NASA continues to release new images and videos from their latest moon mission, exposing themselves more with each one.
I like the way he gives the scientists back the same smug he gave everybody else. You hear his little smug commentary stuff? Yeah. I love.
Meanwhile, backpedaling space fantasy fanboys are working overtime, making excuses for all the anomalies and inconsistencies. Let's start with a quick slideshow of some of the new Earth and Moon images being given to the public, claimed to be real.
You like that, Sal?
Yeah, it's complete trash.
Handheld photographs taken by astronauts through.
So this was taken as you're orbiting around that thing.
With the orbiting that close where the land is? Or did they zoom in?
Maybe they zoomed in. They took an 11-year-old cameras up there. One of the astronauts demanded to use this particular camera. You know, I don't know why he was in charge of that. Is he a fucking photographer too, Self?
Hey, why doesn't it show the ship at all? Why is it showing the window that it's shooting out of?
It's right up on the glass.
Yeah, that's the dumbass.
Windows in a rocket flying at speeds between 3,000 and 22,000 miles per hour. Between 3,000 rocket flying at speeds between through windows in a rocket flying at speeds between 3,000 and 22,000 miles per hour. Most things filmed outside through your car window going just 65 miles per hour are a blur. Yet NASA never seems to have this problem, even at the incredible speeds they claim to attain. To a discerning eye, the colors, lighting, and textures in these
Look at that. Looks just like the pictures we had back in the 70s and 80s in school.
Yeah, the same bullshit.
Looks like cheese.
Yeah, the same bullshit. Oh,
are
plenty of meteors hit too, but you know, I mean, we got an atmosphere, so it burns up most of them. But they don't. It doesn't have atmosphere, and it just bombarded, and you can look at it, it's scarred for over the millennium.
Yet we're going to send a ship full of humans to go in orbit around it with the meteors coming in there ourselves.
Man, it's
right. We're not worried about the meteors coming in there. Not one meteor has hit one of those spaceships out there, like the way it used to happen on Star Wars out there.
Wait a minute. Wasn't it a meteor hit the Earth that was recent? Like, had a nice explosion, huge explosion, right? Yeah. What? And it's okay, and you're gonna fly the perfect pattern to make sure. Man, come on, man.
No, they're just going on blind faith. Ace said, I was singing the ditty to the Self Luv Show. We've been going to the moon for 60 years with calculators for computers to the supercomputers we have now, or are the cameras getting better?
It's nonsense, Ace. You
synthetic and unrealistic, looking much more like CGI than
he's got a lot more knowledge than us. He's one of those what he call him, he's a Mason out there. He's pretty
actual photography. Here is actual video of the moon taken from Earth by a Nikon P900 super zoom camera.
So this is taken
We can
from
see
Earth.
the moon's color, lighting, and textures from Earth in amazing detail with just an 83 times zoom camera, which first of all suggests the moon isn't 240,000 miles away as claimed, but also shows how unnatural and unrealistic the new Artemis images actually are.
Now this is taken from Earth, Self, and they're supposed to be right up on it.
Yeah.
Even AI bots that are trained to detect and differentiate real photographs from CGI are claiming the new NASA images are fake.
83% confidence it is fake.
26, with the level of realism that CGI, AI, and deepfake technologies have achieved, to see these images and not be at least a little suspicious if they could possibly be.
That's what I'm saying. That's Earth. I don't see it tilted. And I always used to ask, like, how the fuck can you tilt a round object? And like a baseball. How can you tilt it? It's round.
If it got hit and it's not round.
But there's the picture. It's round.
Yeah, that's not the structure that we live on. That's CGI.
But these are the same people who are telling me that it's wobbling and that it's tilted. They're sending a picture of it being perfectly round.
Yeah. Yeah. And they will, if you look it up and send the tilt on the Earth, they will show the wobble. And it's is that perfectly round? I mean, a slight imperfection.
If you take a ball,
cause a wobble.
If you take a ball, it cannot be tilted. The only way you're tilting it is if you write a circle on the top of the ball and you call that the North Pole, and you write a circle, you draw a circle on the bottom of the pole on the ball, and you say that's the South Pole.
That's not necessarily
and then you
true.
tilt it this way.
That's not necessarily true. It could have a chunk out of the where you can't see, and it could have a wobble to it because it's not a complete sphere. And you could not see that. It could not, so I'm just talking about possibilities, not probabilities. So it's an outlier, what I'm talking about. What you're saying is more on point. And I'm explaining how it could be possible, but it's not probable.
Yeah. And I'm saying if that's the case, give me a picture of that.
They can't. This is all some CGI.
Fake is frankly disingenuous and gullible beyond belief. Let's look at this image called A Setting Earth.
Look at this fucking
Notice how clear the craters, shadows, and subtle textures appear.
Where are the stars? And they programmed y'all and said you can't see the stars from space. That makes no sense. We're in space. On Earth, we're in space. Allegedly.
This is some of the stupidest shit that they want to tell the people that they have highly programmed the most.
The scientists?
Yeah, the people that they tell us. And their science is to know. Science means to know. And they don't know shit. They don't know to say, hey, wait a minute. Who took this picture? And how does this make any sense at all? And why
It looks like the
no
camera is
pictures
only a
that show the window?
few dozen,
why would it not? So people
or
can
at most,
say, oh, it's outside a ship.
few hundred miles away from the moon's surface, being generous.
Seems like they could fashion cameras on the outside of the ship as well. I mean, it's 2026 out there.
I don't know, man. I mean, because if it's the real is they can't get through the Van Allen belt. So I don't know how. I guess you could. It could be protected in the same shit that supposedly protects the people. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah. So
and then, like I said,
they're still saying that the camera's all the way up to the shit, and it's not, because they can't show how you can have cameras on outside of a rocket.
Hold it. So the heat, maybe they're saying because of the materials like aluminum foil, because the heat, when the reentry comes in, it's so hot, thousands of degrees Kelvin. But when they touch down in the Pacific Ocean, there's no steam. I've always wondered about that, but it could be those cooling materials that they have on the outside that they cool down really fast. It could be it.
I would have to try to see some videos. I don't remember ever witnessing a video of it hitting the water.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
I haven't. Yeah,
even with Artemis, we'll pull one up, and there was no steam whatsoever. So
man, come on, man.
And if that's the case, why are you landing it in water if it ain't hot?
I mean, because the crash is coming in very hard.
I guess it's coming in that hard. You know, water is like concrete if it's coming in hard. It's all the bullshit that's on.
It all depends on the angle with water. That's true. Because you can belly flop. It's way different.
It's belly flopping. It's not diving in. It's not going under the water. It's not piercing the water. It's landing right on top of the water, like a ball.
Yeah. Show me that. We got to see that.
I mean, I'm saying
I'm not questioning you or whatever.
Right.
I want to see it. That's
but I'm saying when you dive, so if you make your body into a straight,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it doesn't have any fins or anything on it. We'll pull it up.
It angles. It just lands on.
It plops down
surface of the water
and right onto the surface, and it floats there.
And all of them do that.
Yeah, and then the helicopter shows up.
Come on, man.
The helicopters show up and they get them out of there.
What kind of nonsense
it's Hollywood.
Have we been? I mean, people don't think that you can have 100,000 people doing their isolated job and not know that it's a whole crock of shit that they're contributing to.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't realize it's a need to know basis and that you can believe you're working on something, right? If someone gives you a part of a motor and says, fix this carburetor, you have no idea what that's really being used for.
At all.
And they can tell you that we're going to drive this car from New York to LA and then show you videos of them driving across country.
Furthermore, you can have a whole football team or basketball team, and there's one or two people that's full of shit that can ruin everything, and everybody else is playing to win.
Correct.
NASA claims, however, that at its nearest, Artemis 2 was never any closer than 4,000 miles away from the moon. Now let's compare that with the following Apollo 11 image from 1969, where the astronauts were supposedly...
Look at that perfectly round ball up there, Self.
Actually, looking at that, that looks like a globe Earth to me.
Yeah.
You can't, it's not all the way around. That bottom part is shaved off just like a flat Earth.
This is true.
I mean, what I see there, like,
could be a flat Earth.
Only 60 miles away from the lunar surface.
The permanent top is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Instead of a half Earth like they're telling us.
Yeah.
Look at the difference in detail between 60 miles away and 4,000 miles away. Why does everything look far more textured and detailed from 4,000 miles away than it does from 60? Could it be because photo fakery has come a long way since the 60s?
That's what Ace
and it
was
actually
saying.
has nothing to do with their
Well, he was
supposed
saying
distance
cameras.
from the moon?
Yeah.
Notice how much more detailed the lighting, shadows, textures, and contrast are on the Artemis moon images. Also, as a quick aside, if all of these moon craters were supposedly created by meteor impacts hitting the surface, how is it even remotely possible that every single meteor arrives at a straight 90 degrees above the surface's zenith? Every crater is a perfect circle. None of them are oblong or elongated, as they would have to be if meteors were actually striking from all angles. Now let's look at this image, called a distant crescent of home. Notice, first of all, the wonky shape and how both the tiny Earth and the moon appear to be smushed from top to bottom. This is similar to the effect seen during the live stream, when during one section of time, the moon drastically changed shape from a circle to a potato.
Wow.
In this image, the crew was allegedly 40,000 miles away from the lunar surface, and 252,000 miles similar to the effect seen at the time. The moon drastically changed shape from a circle to a potato.
And then on this live stream,
In this image,
one, they deleted the live stream. So why would NASA delete a live stream?
Bro, they do all the time. They see the anomalies and the bullshit that they do, and they eliminate it before most people can catch it.
Correct. Normally, like, you're right. With their cameras, they'll take them offline whenever something weird happens.
Yeah.
But this one, they didn't take it offline, but they deleted it. It'd be like us finishing this live and then deleting it right away.
I mean, as soon as they find it, like, they have an AI watching it, and somebody, might have got fired because they didn't catch it fast enough. Because
they didn't catch it before the internet caught it, and and it went viral.
The crew was allegedly.
They said, but how are we shooting up rockets 6 years later the exact same way and land the exact same way but can't get to the moon? They landed the same way on our dream of Genie.
Because it's nonsense, Ace. Sometimes I think that I'm the Truman story. I think I'm walking around, all y'all are, paid actors and part of my existence.
I've been telling you that my whole life. That's been my theory, that you guys are just pigments of my imagination.
No, we all got our shit, We're all the center of our own shit, but we are involved with each
I've
other.
been
But
saying since I met you. That's been my
plenty
theory.
of bots. There's plenty of bots.
And you guys are just pigments of my imagination. As far as
You're not a bot, and I'm not a bot.
As far as I know, I'm in an insane asylum. I'm just talking to myself.
40,000 miles away from the lunar surface and 252,000 miles away from Earth. Earth's diameter is supposedly 4 times wider than the moon, while visually, in this picture, the moon's diameter is at least 4 times wider than the Earth.
But they're closer
Being
to the
generous,
moon. Come
it
on,
actually
Dubai.
appears 5 or 6 times. Now, doing the math, 252,000 divided by 40,000.
I see what he's saying.
He's talking about the math, the structure that they tell us the Earth is to the moon, and to the
ratio.
Yes,
4 to 1.
Yes, and it can't change because you get closer to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Is 6.3, meaning the crew was 6.3 times closer to the moon than the Earth. But for an object that's actually 4 times smaller to appear 4 times larger, the observer must be situated 16 times closer to the smaller object.
Right.
In this case, however, Artemis is only 6.3 times closer to the moon than Earth. That is a factor of over 10x discrepancy between the relative size and alleged distances of these two objects
What are you gonna say
in the
about
camera,
that, Brother Newman?
the Earth should appear considerably larger in this picture.
He'll have something to say.
Now compare it back with the setting Earth
He'll
picture.
have to get back to us.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he'll get back to us.
No, not on that. No.
I hear you.
That's gonna be the first time he ever heard that.
Yeah.
Period.
We analyzed
You
first.
gotta get Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Here
on
we
this
are
show.
supposedly
He'd love
4,000
you.
miles from the lunar surface
he'd
and
hate
approximately
me. Oh, he'd hate me.
243,000 miles away from Earth. So compared to the last image, where the crew was 252,000 miles away from Earth, here the crew is only 9,000 miles closer to Earth than in that image. That is a factor of approximately 4%, meaning the size of the Earth should only change a maximum of 4% between the two pictures. In reality, however, and you can measure this for yourself with a ruler and the original NASA.gov images, the Earth changes size a factor of over 1,000% between the two pictures.
Well, why wouldn't NASA know this before they put this bullshit out?
They
Why is
do.
Eric Dubai smarter than the wizards at NASA?
It's they're not okay. The Wizards got the photo or whatever. They didn't tell them the science. Someone else who don't really care about that, who's controlling the narrative,
and the truth is gonna pop out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is now, so it's even more stupid. It's stupid. We're in the fucking information age. How the fuck you do this? Pardon my language, but I'm
Earth is
I'm getting less and less tolerable of this shit. People, we got to do something about these motherfuckers because I'm near the edge. We need to make some shit happen because fuck these people telling us bullshit all the time.
Yeah, I feel you. I 100% agree.
Is only 4% closer in the second image, but yet appears 1,000% larger. There was a similar size discrepancy in the images sent from Artemis, claimed to be halfway to the moon. During their live stream, they
see that
there was a similar size
they
discrepancy.
got part of the ship in the photo.
Yeah.
But maybe they was doing a spacewalk or something.
Man.
At 250,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, they just like a motherfucker that made the film they don't like to show was the same motherfucker that said he shot the moon landing.
Lucas Landis? I don't know.
In the images sent from Artemis, claimed to be halfway to the moon. During their live stream, they stated
halfway moon from my house. Wow.
They were halfway to the moon, and yet the moon appeared much smaller than it does on Earth.
Wow.
In their Hello World image here, only a portion of Africa and a bunch of ocean is shown.
Yeah, this is the Hello World image, Self. All you can see is Africa. Looks nothing like it does on the maps or the globes they draw. Looks like a damn amoeba.
That looked like some... I hate that I'm going to say this, but it looks like an AI hallucination.
Leaving the entire other 6 continents to impossibly fit on the other 50% of their CGI globe. In addition to this, they took another similar shot called Dark Side of the Earth, where the exact same cloud patterns are shown.
Yeah, because the sun's on the other side, so this is what when it's nighttime on Earth, this is what the Santa will look like. But then shouldn't there be some lights?
Man, this is complete and total bullshit. There's no light pollution. Come on, man.
There should be some light.
This is the stupidest shit. Because how much artificial light is on Earth? When the other side of it's a 24-hour planet.
Yeah, this is the dark side of the Earth.
And it's 24-hour planet.
Yeah, we've said it multiple times. Yeah, where's the lights? Yes. I get it.
Shown as in Hello World.
I get the crap.
Some people are claiming these images were
That looks
taken
flat.
only minutes apart from one another. But as you can see directly from nasa.gov, they state that one was taken on April 2nd and the other was taken on April 3rd. Either way, if they were taken on different days, how could the clouds stay the same? And if NASA has written it wrong on their own website,
Look at that. The
and these
clouds are exactly the damn same. Wow.
Man, what trips me out is the shadows and shit that's on the moon. It's like the map upside down.
Yeah, I see a bunny.
taken the same day? How can the brightness of Earth change so much when the Sun, the only light source in space, is fully eclipsed by the Earth? They also show Earth images like this, where part of the Earth globe is completely dark, hidden behind a Terminator line. How is it that Earth can be shown three totally different ways like this? Fully lit, dimly lit, and completely dark. Finally, let's take a look at some video glitches proving they are using CGI, or more specifically, augmented virtual reality, to create all the floating objects the crew interacts with on the spacecraft. They are constantly playing with stuffed toys, their food, the microphone, and other objects.
This is what magicians do, Self.
Yeah, distraction.
To
convince the public that they're really
see that red dot? It's going to be disappearing.
Floating in outer space
and
and not simply suspended on wires in a studio. But watch as this food pouch spins near this astronaut's face.
He not reacting to it at all.
At all. For something to be that close to his eye, bro.
Shit. Bullshit.
The crew interacts with on the spacecraft.
He ain't blinking.
They're constantly playing with stuffed
It's
toys,
one video where
their
it looks
food,
like it goes
the
to his
microphone,
face.
and other objects to convince the public that they're really floating in outer space and not simply suspended on wires in a studio. But watch as
Look at
this
this.
food pouch spins near this astronaut's
He don't
face.
even blink.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can't
You
tell.
can see as the edge grazes his forehead, it glitches out and goes right through, rather than realistically touching his face. There is no change in direction of the pouch from hitting his head.
And then they made
instead,
it like it's
it just
something
continues
because the other motherfucker hit it. Like it's a
floating
real
right
object. So keep
through,
playing.
as if he wasn't there at all.
He
Now pay
wasn't.
attention to the red spot on the white
See?
pouch.
Look at the red spot.
As the pouch spins around slowly, the red dot doesn't spin with the pouch. For several frames, you can see the red dot stay in exactly the same shape and space, not realistically moving and turning with the rest of the bag. Then, as the bag continues to turn, at one point, you can see the red dot just vanishes completely.
Gone.
For several turns, the bag continues spinning around, but the red dot is nowhere to be found.
Same bag.
And then, finally, after some more turns, the red dot mysteriously and inexplicably reappears. This is because these are digital and not physical objects which they are interacting with, using a technology called augmented virtual reality. By wearing special VR contact lenses, you are able to see a digital overlay of pre-rendered interactable 3D objects within your physical 3D space. The objects do not exist in physical space, but are seen
layers to it. There's layers to it because if he had that on, he would have still reacted to it. So I don't know if he was there at the same time the other dude in the back was because he interacted with it. You know what I mean?
interactable live in
had
real
it.
time through the use of this technology. Remember, NASA takes over $70 million per day of American taxpayer money. A big-budget Hollywood movie like Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock, was filmed 100% on Earth, using nothing but wires, green screens, and CGI. That movie cost $100 million to make. That's NASA's budget for a day and a half.
Damn.
Imagine what kind of movie can be made with NASA's yearly budget of $24 billion. In fact, you don't have to imagine, because this entire Artemis 2 charade
Is she in space?
and everything else from NASA is exactly that. A big-budget Hollywood production
Look at her hair.
made with the express purpose of disseminating this propaganda
Nobody else here does this.
into the minds of the masses. The loyal NASA fanboy sycophants will try to make excuses and brush these impossible anomalies and wild discrepancies under the rug. But the more discerning amongst us are waking up. And I'm seeing this Artemis mission backfire.
Big ups to Eric Dubai.
Yes.
Subscribe to his channel, ericdubai.com.
Yes, he's got a new fan.
Ace said, I imagined the green room. The green room has been debunked, Ace. Or is he talking about the green screen? The green screen has been debunked. I don't know what you mean by the green room otherwise, other than that. Allegedly debunked, I should say.
What green screen are we talking about? Debunked?
That went crazy on the internet. You know how when you got a green screen, you know, I'll be using it sometimes doing a show.
And the edges, you can see that.
Yeah, it'll glitch out, and then you can see the screen itself. They said that happened, but allegedly, and it went all over the internet, and it was done live. But they're saying that the video that's been put out there has been debunked as CGI.
But the video itself is not CGI. I think that's
right. I don't know, man. It's a dream within a dream within a dream.
I'm just saying, like, they gotta tell us. So is that their way of telling us that the video was CGI? I don't know. Maybe it's me, but y'all already know that I got the power.
Why do people compare Artemis 2 to its twin Apollo conspiracy theories?
Because they have to tell us the truth, and they try to tell us in the most obscure way possible. So they have the ultimate no, that's just coincidence.
Yeah, but why do we compare these two conspiracy theories, Apollo and Artemis?
Because they set it up to be. It's some bullshit. The first was some bullshit, and they let it go on for a long time. And the second is even more bullshit. I mean, they told us that they use the computing power of less than what we have in our fucking cell phone, and they can't go back.
And I think Ace was making a good point too, Self. You know the way the stuff looked in the Apollo, it looked like Lost in Space. It looked like the same TV shows we were watching, the same movies we were watching, the same sci-fi tech. And now the tech, it looks like now the same sci-fi tech we're seeing in our current movies.
I mean, it's complete bullshit. The motherfuckers in them Apollo shit, that they couldn't even hardly move around in that motherfucker.
Unless the cameras have just gotten so much better.
And now, no, I'm talking about the space. The level of space that's involved in the ships have increased dramatically.
Right, I know what you're saying. But I know what you're saying.
But they're supposedly using the old technology. They're not in shuttles. They're in the same shit that they said. I'm sorry, it's just a bunch of crocker shit. I can't even really contain myself. I'm gonna
apparently the Apollo
take my
hoax
crown off.
Apparently the Apollo hoax narrative never fully died. It just evolved. For decades, a small but loud group, I'll raise my hand on that, has claimed the moon landings were staged. When Artemis 2 launched, those same communities resurfaced and framed it as a continuation of that lie. They argue that if Apollo was fake, Artemis must be too. It's not based on evidence, it's based on ideology, distrust, passed down like folklore. Artemis 2 became the new canvas for the old wacky conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, let's let's figure out what year the CIA created conspiracy theories. To
debunk the debunkers.
Yeah, I mean they.
All right. This is the video, so now, which made me say we got to do a part 2. And I'm gonna find other interviews they did, and I'll pull them up from different shows. These are people who just went around the moon, and we're gonna show you their interview. Pay attention to the questions that's asked.
Supposedly.
Correct. Pay attention to the questions that's asked and their responses. I mean, like, ask yourself, would you be asking these questions of people who just went around the moon? Here we go.
Now this, President Trump welcomed the Artemis 2 crew to the White House to celebrate their historic mission. The Artemis 2 crew joins me now here in the studio in New York City. We have Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen. Reed, I'll start with you. How did it feel to go further into space than any other human before? Did you feel the whole country was in support of you?
Well, first, it is amazing to get to fly with Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. We had a very tight crew. We really gave each other a lot of grace. We worked very well together. We felt like we had the support of the entire nation, and we had the support of the entire world. We had a Canadian astronaut with us, and we felt that love. We felt that attention coming in from around.
And now you're back at the wave.
So they asked him, how did it feel to go further than anyone else in the history of space travel? He didn't answer that.
Astronauts don't answer questions. You know how we don't answer questions for, media and whoever it is. Astronauts, they take a different approach.
Yeah, I mean, he answered because the dude asked him 2 questions in one. He asked him that, and he asked them, did they feel like they had the support of everyone? And so he answered the support part. He opened up with, oh yeah, me and my ships, it'd be like talking to some people who never pledged. And then somebody's sitting there interviewing them about the pledge process. Oh yeah, me and my ships, I just want to say, and yeah, we had the support of everybody. When you ask, how did it feel when such and such and such and such? I'm just saying, so had I gone around the moon, that question, I would have locked into that part of it. That's all I'm trying to say.
They don't answer the question. And honestly, if you ask a 2-part question,
I know
most people ignore the first question.
I know, and it's your job to ask him to not move on and ask him, and how did it feel?
Yeah, I mean,
it is amazing to get
to. He asked that question and brought the other one up on purpose. There was
deflection.
He didn't want the first one answered.
He wants us to think that this guy just answered.
Right.
Yes.
Fly with Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. We had a very tight crew. We really gave each other a lot of grace. We worked very well together. We felt like we had the support of the entire nation, and we had the support of the entire world. We had a Canadian astronaut with us, and we felt that love. We felt that attention coming in from around.
And now you're back, and there are waves of celebrity washing all over you, aren't there?
There are. It is impressive, and we wanted to try to unite the world for just a moment.
I mean, no questions about what did you see? Did you see any spaceships? How did the stars look? We're going to keep going.
It appears as though we succeeded.
All right, Victor, what struck you most about the seeing the Earth set from the moon?
There was a lot that struck me in that moment, but we were also very busy taking observations of the moon still, and so it was a quick second to take in the moment, but then we went right.
Why won't he just answer the question?
They think they went to space, and they've been.
I think they know
trained to not answer any questions. I don't know that they all don't know, because like it took. In my personal opinion,
they know they didn't go to space. All of them know they didn't go to space.
You say something.
What do you think? They were hypnotized or something?
Yeah, plenty of Manchurian candidates. There are plenty of people that. All the astronauts, they end up later on breaking all of that shit and saying we never went and all of that. You know what I mean?
I think they've
I don't
been
think they know the
trained.
whole time. I think they've been fucked up.
I think they've been trained to
Similar to Manchurian candidates.
That's possible. I think they've been trained to. I think they understand that most people can't listen past the first 5 seconds of your answer, and so they're doing a masterful CIA job of giving a word salad so that people stop listening. They tune out, especially your modern day person.
From the moon.
He asked him, "How did that feel to see the moon, the Earth setting?"
The Earth
and he
set.
starts up, well, we was busy. We had a lot of plumbing work to do, and we was doing a lot. It's like, man, if I'm driving down Pacific Coast Highway and you say, Mills, how did it feel to see the sun setting on Pacific Coast Highway? Well, I was driving and shit, and I had to make sure my windows was down and the air conditioning was
somebody
on.
that's so highly trained.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's why it's just more blatant that it's bullshit. Like, these ain't no regular people.
No,
say
these
they
are actors.
Yeah, extreme.
There was a lot that struck me in that moment, but we were also very busy taking observations of the moon still, and so it was a quick second to take in the moment, but then we went right back to doing the science and the observations. But it was also very clear that for a little while, it was just the four of us leaning on each other to get through the rest of it.
You don't have much time to admire.
Never answered the question. All I'm saying, if this is a remarkable, how did it feel when you crossed the sands? How did it feel? How did it feel? Well,
Me and my ships, we was together, and it was
we had a lot of work to do.
And then what we found out was that we was in a world of shit, and we went over. But guess what? We got to work right now because the chapter's in trouble. And
yeah, exactly, bro.
Like, what?
Exactly, bro.
The scenery, right? No. You got to check those pictures.
And this dude's okay with taking these dumbass answers.
Of course, he's an actor too. They're all actors.
Christina, President Trump said he could see another crude.
Because I've literally never seen him before in my life. It's not that I watch Fox all the time, but I've never seen this journalist in my life.
Just saying, lead actor it's a lot of positions out there.
Yeah.
Moon landing before his term ends. Is that the next big mission?
Well, it absolutely is our goal, and we can't wait to see our friends.
Is that
and now he said the moon landing, to Ace's point. He's asking her, is that the next big mission? I don't know why she decided to answer, because I don't think he pinpointed anybody to answer.
Another crude moon landing before his said he could see another. President Trump said he could see another crude moon landing before his term ends. Is that the next big mission?
Well, it absolutely is our goal, and we can't wait to see our friends go on that mission. It was recently announced that we also get to add a mission prior to that, where we're going to be on Orion again, this time docking with some of the landers in orbit of Earth in preparation for that next landing mission.
You say we. Are you going to be on that next mission?
We, you know what? Our friends in the astronaut corps are all the big we. So it's also our teams on the ground. Every single person across this country has worked on this.
Sure. Jeremy, was the toilet problem the most unexpected?
He's asking about the toilet problem, Self.
Yeah, because it's nonsense, bro.
The thing that happened on the mission.
They sneak the shit in that they need to say. And then they don't even have it answered, but they have to ask it. You know what I mean?
They're not asking the questions Americans want to know.
How did it feel?
That's what everybody wants to know.
And what happened with the
when you sat on the toilet? How did it feel?
What happened with the malfunction? How did it feel when you crushed it and you saw the Earth out there? And the best thing, and what happened when you?
Well, we didn't have no toilet paper, and
about is it? Let's be truthful here.
Well, yeah. Obviously, the toilet's a
let's be truthful.
Wants to know about is it? I had to ask that question. That's what everybody wants to know about, is it? Let's be truthful here.
Well, yeah. Obviously, the toilet.
Everybody wants to know about.
Why would he have to say
that's what the people want to know.
Yeah, let's be truthful about this.
Because they're lying about everything.
Let's be truthful here.
Well, yeah, obviously the toilet's a pretty important piece of gear for a human in space, and so it definitely put a wrinkle in our plans, but we adapted.
So he's going to ask follow-up questions about the toilet.
Like we always do in the space program, and we had a backup plan, and we went to the backup plan, and overall, we just got it done.
Thing that happened while they were wherever they were.
Yeah.
The toilet fucked up.
He said they had a backup plan. What was the backup plan? Did you shit in somebody's mouth? He ain't going to ask that.
All of you. Did you have a moment of fear?
We could, there's no so-called gravity, so we could take a shit and capture it in the air, or a piss and capture it in the air. And
Christina had the diarrhea, so that was a little more difficult. We had to keep hitting in the computer.
Really?
Absolutely. You cannot be 250,000 miles away from home and not have moments of fear.
That was the fear of being so far away?
It's just the margins are tiny right there. Everything has got to go right, and everything went right.
Moment of fear?
I would say no, but a healthy anxiety.
Really?
The colored wasn't scared,
terrified. Christina.
I would say
Colored
awareness
been
of the
lying
risk,
the whole
and that was
time.
ever present for us, but we relied a lot on our
He's the
training.
most.
Yeah, for me, same thing. Just
He
before
got
the
the
mission, you got to kind of
captain's
put yourself
role,
in a.
so he's the most experienced and ready for the situation. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a good photo of him and Googled, and he's been at plenty of these so-called disasters or shits.
It's some stuff on Google similar that they were talking about this whole crew.
State of mind that you kind of accept what's coming. You don't know for sure that you can survive an adventure like this.
To your point,
I didn't even see that or know that, but I'm just saying, it's just typical of what happens.
It's what's going on, and it's like you said. It's like I said on the last show.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have midgets, little people? Why do you have the big ass tall whites, the biggest moolah you can find? And weight's supposed to be so important, and you're stuffing them in rockets where space is limited.
And how, when they showed the inside of the ships and all that they used initially, that there was they had to wait till the last minute to get in the motherfucker. How's it all the space in there?
It's a bigger rocket.
It's not. They're using the same fucking rocket.
Artemis is bigger than Apollo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Want to enjoy
allegedly
the way, but you also want to stay very vigilant.
Okay, let's go around the block again. When you were a young child,
here we go,
a long time ago, did you dream? Did you look up at the stars and think, that's where I want to go?
I wanted to drive trains. I wanted to fly.
Now, see how they can answer these questions directly, because this is just something that can't be fact checked. He jumped right in and started answering that.
And then
these people, I told you, I think they're like Manchurian candidates. So, yeah. They have trigger shit where they can't speak upon, and the person that's interviewing or such says something and then switches right back to something else, and they go with the second thing. And it's normal, but it's not normal for very intelligent people. And most, so they say, people that are primed to go to space, I don't know, maybe they are, maybe they ain't, but they say that they are the best of the best. And, if time and time again you ask two questions and you don't answer the first one, then that shows a level of
deception.
A young boy, and that definitely set me on that.
What was your ambition? Yeah.
Very similar, but did not want to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a fireman and a police officer. I wanted to drive trains.
Brother wanted to be a fireman and a
so
cop.
maybe if you add all that up, it comes out as this. But,
He's probably a tether. We're gonna have to do some digging on him.
You're not quite a stuntman, but you're up there. Christina.
I was that kid. I wanted to be an astronaut for as long as I can remember, and I really just never grew out of it.
For as long as you can remember. She gives some very vague answers, Self.
Jeremy, you're from...
She don't even look like she believes, like she comfortable lying like this.
I really just never grew out of it.
Jeremy, you're from Canada, I think?
Yes, that's right. It's interesting because as a young kid, I saw an image of Neil Armstrong on the moon. It's burned in my brain because I went back to that photo so many times. And so something that happened almost expressly in the United States inspired the world and certainly inspired me. Here I am all these years later.
What would you say to young Americans who might want to follow in your footsteps?
Young Americans, not young Canadians.
Oh, absolutely. We always say it's really important to set goals, but then do something else, which is share those goals with others. Because you don't do something extraordinary as an individual, you need a team around you.
Okay. Now, this is a financial program. And so I have to ask the question, no, not about money. No,
we see all green on the board. It's a good day today.
Oh, it's a wonderful day. The ratings are very strong, believe me. But what kind of role is there for private enterprise in space?
Oh, it's all the rage right now. This is the golden age of space exploration, and it's not just human space exploration, it's everything. The sun never sets up there. There's a lot of power. There's a lot we can go do.
Do you think we're going to get to Mars? Are you going to fly to Mars?
I personally am not going to fly to Mars, but I hope this mission was the first leg of a really long relay race that we're going to keep going through Artemis 100 and 200 so that we get people onto Mars. Absolutely. The Apollo astronauts said they were 25 years from going to Mars. We just have paused at 25 years, and now I think we've taken 3 or 4, maybe 5 years off that clock.
You wouldn't hesitate to go up again?
I don't know why they're saying they went the farthest, because Apollo, once they let them go down to the moon, it was orbiting the moon. You know what I mean?
It's nonsense, bro. His story. And emphasis on the infamous story. Because shit, they just make it up as they go along and pump it through the media, and motherfuckers over time, you hear it 100 times, you know, it's hard.
It's got to be true.
It was hard to say, oh, it's not, you know what I mean?
Especially when you've been hearing this since you was in
You know what, especially if I could repeat that mission with this crew, that would be a dream come true.
Same with you, Jeremy? You wouldn't hesitate?
100%, yeah. 10 days just wasn't long enough. I had the time of my life up there. We joked about doing another lap of the moon before we came back.
Okay. I believe
he
there
had the
was
time
a
of his life.
fifth
Everybody else
crew
was
member.
scared.
Am I right? Called Rise? What's that? Oh, that.
Yep. This is our buddy
Listen to
Rise.
this,
He was
sir.
our 5th crew member.
Now, this on the live stream, this little thing they talking about here is part of the conspiracy theories because it didn't have a shadow.
5th crew member. Am I right? Called Rise? What's that?
This is the 5th crew member.
Yep. This is our buddy Rise. He was our 5th crew member, and there was a worldwide contest to design something called a zero gravity indicator, which is something that hangs in the cabin with us, and when we get to space, obviously, it starts to float. So it tells the world that we are really in space. And
This
young,
tells the
young
world
man
they're
from
really in
California
space.
ended up winning this contest, and this was created to fly with us and be kind of the mascot. So we're so glad that he came along and carried everyone's
That's
dreams
the
with
proof
him.
that
There's
they're in
also
space.
over 5 million names on an SD card that's still in him that flew with us as well.
Okay. One last one. You were weightless for
Crapulous
3 or 4
behavior.
days?
We were weightless for 10 days.
10 days
That
weightless.
toy.
Okay, so what's it like when you get back to Earth and you put your feet down and there's gravity on you again?
From the International Space Station, when you spend a half year or a year up there, like some of us have, it's very hard to come back to gravity.
Why are you talking about the International fucking Space Station? He's asking you about the 10 days you were on that trip.
From the International Space Station, when you spend a half...
Deflect.
Uh-huh.
They don't answer questions. And he's a terrible journalist because he keeps multiplying and giving the motherfucker out.
Yeah, he's going to come back to it probably, but it just softens your listening.
Gravity on you again.
From the International Space Station, when you spend a half year or a year up there, like some of us have, it's very hard to come back to gravity. Gravity it makes you feel heavy.
Can you walk straight?
When we walked very well. It just felt kind of like magnets were pulling you down to the ground when we first landed. But other than that, we felt good after 10 days in space.
Good. Well, it's just fascinating.
See how
I
he
wanna
spoke
thank
for
Reed,
everybody?
Victor, Christina, and Jeremy.
Not even the captain.
Nope. Wasn't even going to get him a chance to chime in on that one. Gave them all a look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was weird to me, bro.
I agree.
All right, so the last question, what specific moments from this mission? We haven't. Hold on. Scratch that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We'll scratch that because we kind of covered that. Hopefully, fair use. They don't block this. Saturday Night Live. All right. Three things. Okay, we'll stay out of that. All right. All right. You got any things you want to add to this before we close out?
Just that they just continue to pile on the pile. They go around and scoop up every pile of shit that they can and make a larger pile, and then say, "Hey, look what we discovered! That it's a larger pile of shit over here." And you're gonna believe that this? You're not gonna believe this. This pile of shit is the truth, and
if you don't believe it, you're a moron.
Yeah, you're not black if you don't vote for it.
Yeah, if you don't believe it, you're not black.
Monkey ball business.
Yeah, well said. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the host and the guests and are not necessarily reflective of any affiliates or TATN. And this is a show for education and entertainment purposes, and it's built on satire. We're not here to offend anyone. So, as we close tonight, we're left with three very different worlds asking the same question. What's real, what's performance, and what's projection? GD's heart, that's G-Dragon, heart remains a mystery wrapped in rhythm and rebellion. We don't know what's in his heart, and we don't know what's in his bum. A reminder that fame doesn't make a person
in his heart and what he wants in his bum. Allegedly.
Nigger, whatever that second word was.
Boy, nigga boy.
Yeah, that's what he wants in his bum. A reminder that fame doesn't make, allegedly, a reminder that fame doesn't make a person clearer. It makes their shadows louder. Whether he or they, them or she is misunderstood or simply unexamined, the conversation forces us to look past the headlines and into the human contradictions underneath. Chicago's AI-only school shows us a future that's already here. One where innovation outruns our comfort zones. Maybe it's progress. Maybe it's a warning. But it's definitely a mirror reflecting how far we're willing to go to fix a system and how much humanity we're willing to trade and process in the process. Technology can teach facts, but only people can teach what it means to be a person. And Artemis 2, the conspiracy that keeps mutating. Not because the evidence is strong, but because the doubt is. In a world where deep fakes feel more believable than truth, the mission becomes more than a space light. It becomes a battleground for trust itself. Tonight's stories remind us that the real fight ain't about celebrities, schools, or spacecraft. It's about clarity in a time built on confusion and the courage to not only keep asking the harder questions, but to do something about it. Stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to self. Also, love yourself and everyone around you deeply. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence, and continue questioning everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down the rabbit hole and do your own research. Use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the abyss, the abyss stares right back into you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. And we're sending prayers out to the state of Mississippi think they had like 3 tornadoes, bro, in one night. Yeah. I don't know what part though. Yes, wow. All right, we had no riddle. I've been researching your dividing line. I don't know if it's going all the way across the world, Self. But, you know, I haven't seen anything on that. I got to do some more digging. But your dividing line where the animals won't cross?
Yeah, it's
all the way around the world?
Around that sector of the world,
yes.
They won't cross.
Yes.
You don't have the same animals on one
No,
side that you
the
do on the
birds,
other
the fish,
side.
everything.
Everything. Birds won't fly, fish
Yeah.
won't swim. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that was the same line. So if we don't have a guest, we'll be breaking that down for y'all next week. So you guys, so you can, you know, pull your proverbial head out of your proverbial bum. All right. And
look at Lafayette. We got to remind me to.
Lafayette? All right.
Yeah.
And Spotty Tricks, y'all, on Sunday. We got a lot to unpack. That's a sports Polytricks podcast. We like to cut our sports up with some Polytricks. It's an open panel. Anyone can click the link and pull up. But if you do pull up, be advised, do not fret.
Forget your mouthpiece, because you can get all wet. Left, right, uppercut. Man, you better be prepared. Got to be a verbal pugilist.
Pugilist. Thanks. All right, so that brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. Oops. And that's going to be Wordsmith's final words out there.
It's the world-renowned Tory Wordsmith. Leave bitch-ass niggas and suckers with a frown. I was born to do this. And bully whack MCs like Brutus. Ain't no Popeyes out there. They ain't fucking with me.
Hey, J-Skips?
But we've discussed some things that we need to bring to your attention. AI teaching our children? I don't know. If they are led by our leaders, but the algorithm has been poisoned to our people. And we need to approach the game from a different aspect and check anything that doesn't work for us and change the aspect. We got to select a higher path. We need to inflect and correct the math, because it ain't adding up. We deal in the wrong realm and not heal. We got culture vultures calling us the hill, when he is the tail, a culture vulture to the ultimate, and will never excel in this realm. But damn, he's a serious K-pop artist.
Gay pop.
Yeah, for real. Allegedly. Woo. I see what I see and I say what I say and I stand by it. I don't care if what I say cause you concern and you want to riot. don't try it. You better sit down and gather yourself and buy it. Because it's the truth, and I'm living proof of such. That's why Tory Wordsmith always come through in the clutch. I erupt like a volcano and take aim at the whack lame so. That applies to you, then wear the shoe. Cause I don't give a fuck, I'ma run amok all through you. And we know that Artemis has been bullshit. Ain't no coincidence. In the past tense, we verbally rinse. And Nine stated very early in the show that they're twins. Artemis and Apollo. Let you know that it was complete bullshit. I don't need the new track words.
Words. K-pop Artemis. Hey, be blessed. Walk on water.
Yeah. Big middle finger and fuck you to D-Dragon.
So, Karen, take us out of here. That's normal. Let's roll.
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know. You know what that means? Latin means know thyself.
Time is now, my people. We must
Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I
go myself.
Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Man, know thyself.
I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself.
Cause the wrong way stole
my health.
I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo, here I go.
Bullets.
Again, the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. As I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spit a not your average hard here to bring you back to God. Said it just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, because hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Floyd.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school serious.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribe